Namaskar to all of you. She is writing, sorry to trouble you often, Guruji, but need your guidance on this issue. My mind has this habit of holding on to past negative memories, something negative that people have said, and fear that it might happen again. I truly want this mind to come out of this vicious cycle. What do I do, Bhagavan? Please guide me. Pranams at your feet. Sometime back, this girl had given me one more message which is very apt for this question. She gave a message stating that, 1 minute, yeah. Please wait, I'm sorry. I'm taking more time of yours. Yes, I got it. She writes, kindly bless me to remember you always in my thoughts, words and deeds, and receive your grace. That is the way. Mind is always that. If mind is under the control of the heart, nothing is going to happen. When the devil sitting in the mind is going to act more, then these problems come. Whenever the mind says that this may happen, only one thing you have to remember. This will not happen this time, or even if it happens, no problem. Today my Guruji is there with me. That's all. You have to reply back to the mind. You have to remind the mind that my Guruji is there with me. No problem. That is very small. Mind always terrorizes, mind always makes you fear. That's why I say never fear fear. You should not. You should never fear fear. You must be very courageous. If you fear, you will become a slave of somebody. The mind always enslaves a person. The heart will always give freedom. But the mind is always will say something and it will enslave. It won't allow you to operate. But the heart gives you a lot of freedom and allows you to be the way you want to be. In fact, today morning there was some discussion which I heard. Some lady was expressing that she is not having freedom and she is suffocated. I said, yes, you will be suffocated because you are more enslaved by the mind. With the mind, you will be always enslaved. The mind will also say, if you don't do this, this will happen. If you don't do this, that will happen. What has to happen will happen. My Guru is there with me. When my Guru is there, why should I worry? All my worries should not be there because my faith with the Guru is to that extent. I have unquestionable faith. So the mind cannot enslave me. I am not going to. I will be free. And I will have freedom to do anything I want. Of course, freedom comes with responsibility. There will be freedom, but my behavior will be very responsible. That doesn't mean that I will be foregoing my interest. Anything that will be in tune with my own interest. My Guru is there. Why should I worry? To that extent, you have to give auto-suggestion to yourself. And you have to remember that the Master is there in the form of a prayogi for you. So why you should worry? Somebody was telling, I overheard today morning, I do a little bit of eavesdropping. It's a very bad habit now. I have to do it to keep you all as a family. She is a spinster in the sense she has decided not to marry, and she is not married also all these years. She has her own choice and freedom of life. Of course, we all had some freedom. Yes, you all had some freedom. You want to marry, you marry. You don't want to marry, you do not marry. Have you understood? There is no necessity. Nobody can compel you to marry. Of course, there may be some mantra, some particular thing, which if you recite, probably yes, marriage may take place. With faith, not without faith. With faith, when you recite that particular mantra in Lalita Sahasranama, the marriage will take place, yes, probably yes. But that is only for people who want to really marry. That is not for people who are not going to marry. Have you understood? Who want to marry, who want to get involved in a wedlock, it's lock. They will lock and the key will be missing. You have to only break open the lock. You cannot open it. Divorce is only breaking open the lock. Very rarely we find people parting without all such things. Once the divorce comes, automatically money will come, property will come, everything has to be shared and so many things. Very rarely people say that, I don't want anything, I have lived my life with you enough. They walk out. Very rarely we find it. Because there is always some feeling of insecurity, we have to live our life. All that is there. But nobody is going to compel you to marry. Nobody can compel you to marry. You can be the way you want. Understood? Nobody should compel. That freedom of choice is also choiceless. The beauty you see, that freedom of choice which is offered is also choiceless. You don't have a choice in life. Whether you marry, you get children, you work, you don't work, you get promotion. everything is Lord's will. Of course, you are working, of course, you are doing certain things. That is also His will. When mind operates also, it is His will. And when the heart overrides the mind and says, my Guru is there, that is also His will. So the faith in the Guru is very important for you to override what is there in the mind. So the previous, what you said, Guruji, I should always remember you, that is more important. That is the answer for the subsequent question. When you keep the Guru always master in the mind, and absolutely when you have faith, you will be very strong. Anything happens also, you will not be bothered because you will say, my Guru is there, nothing more is needed. Already I have honey. I can taste honey at any point of time. Why do I need jaggery water? To that extent, the faith has to be there. So, the mind plays with you to test your faith. The devil does a beautiful work. Devil is the best devotee of the Lord. You know that? I will say always, Lord Narasimha did not come for Prahlada. Suppose Prahlada was alone. If Prahlada would have prayed, probably Narayana would have said, okay Prahlada, your prayers are very good, come and meet me in Vaikuntha. He would have said that. But Prahlada came because Hiranyakashipu was repeatedly remembering the Lord more number of times than Prahlada. He was always thinking, where is Narayan, where is Narayan, where is Hari? That thinking was going on inside him, maybe from the mind also, not from the heart, but he was going on thinking about the Lord repeatedly, because he had the total desire to overpower the Lord. But that was repeatedly there, and probably that repetition was more than the repetition of mantra chanting by Prahlada. That is the reason why Lord came. Lord came for Hiranyakashipu, not for Prahlada. And you see, he didn't touch Prahlada, but he took Hiranyakashipu by hand, put him across the lap, and he drank his blood, and he made him one with him. To that extent, Lord obliged Hiranyakashipu, because to that extent, Hiranyakashipu was repeatedly thinking about the Lord. Maybe it was in a different way than Prahlada. It was not bhakti, but it was something else. So, the mind gives you all the tests to see that your faith is strengthened. If your faith is strengthened, then all these fears will disappear. If fear is there, it means faith is not there. If faith is there, fear will not be there. That's all. So, fear and faith will not go together. Faith is love, absolute love. Why do you have faith with me? It's because of your amorous love with me, abundant love with me. To that extent you have love. That is why you like me, I like you, because I have a lot of love for you. So, probably the mind wants to strengthen your faith. It is testing your faith levels. Is it not? When you go to college or school, what they do? Testing. They will give you a test paper, questions will be asked. You cannot blame the teacher for it. You have to clear that to go to the next standard or class or whatever grade, whatever it is. We don't know. Whatever you may belong to. So, the mind comes to test your faith. Whether your faith is total or not. Your faith must be total. Once your faith is total, now the mind cannot do anything. Fear will disappear. So strengthen your faith in the Master, in the Lord. That will automatically help you to get rid of all these fears. Mind always thinks about the past or the future. Mind never lives the present. Because to live the present, this moment, you don't need the mind. You just live the way you have to live. What you have to do at that particular point of time, you will be doing, that's all. Nothing more than that. You will be doing that. Automatically you will be doing that. Isn't that? The mind only comes either about thinking about the past or it thinks about future. In future I will be this, I will be that. It calculates. Its mind is a very good mathematician. It does very good arithmetics. If I do this, you will get this. If I do this, I will go this. Then this year I will do this. I will do this. I will do this. There are people who keep on thinking future, about future, about future. What you feared about today, yesterday, is already here. And what you fear today about tomorrow will be there tomorrow also. So every day will be just going on. Yesterday has become today, and tomorrow will become today at some point of time. So don't be too futuristic. I don't say a little bit here and there, some future you think it's alright, it's a normal thing of the mind. But always thinking about it is also not healthy. It's not healthy because things keep changing. How to plan about the future when life itself is uncertain? Is it not? The mind will say, you please plan about future. Yes, you can plan. How much you can plan? What you will plan? It is we don't know. See, nobody thought Corona is going to come 2019. Everybody was living in their own world. They were saying this, that. Suddenly Corona came. 3 years we went underground. Nobody was visible on the road also. Everybody wearing mask. Then some vaccine came, some cure came, then people went, they had all those things, etc., etc. Now people are more confident, they can face, they can live with it even if Corona comes every year. It's not a big issue. You have to take one injection, one shot, that's all. It's like a flu, annual flu. So it has become like a flu now. It has got diluted over a period of time. Anything when it comes initially will be very severe and people will be taken aback as to what to do at that particular point of time. But science and technology and medicine has developed to that extent. Today people are finding out. That is Lord's grace. Lord has given that much of consciousness and knowledge. There are people, there are doctors, there are virologists, there are nurses to help, other medical staffs are there, all are there, they all do a very big job. Really, we have to appreciate them for the kind of job what they do. They do it with all love. Even people who manage hospitals, they keep running because so many beds must be there, this must be there, that must be there. They also, everybody has some work to do and Lord gives extra intelligence at that particular point of time and somehow they are able to make it. From where it comes from the Lord. Is it not? So the faith in the Lord, the faith in the Master is almost one and the same. Ishvara Guru Atmetihi. Ishvara cannot be perceived. Atma cannot be perceived. One fellow is there, flesh and blood. He is Guru in the center. He is equated to both Ishvara and Atma. So to that extent he is there. If you have total faith with him, that's all. Anything mind cannot further test you at all. The test done by mind will know automatically, the mind will know no longer now I can test this person is very strong. What is it I will do by testing him more and more and more? He is very, very, very strong. He is completely, totally strong. What is it I can do about it? Is it not? Mind is so strong. That is the quality of mind. That is the beauty of mind. So you should remember that you should have total faith. Mahavishwasam. Not normal faith. Total faith. Mahavishwasam. You should have that much of faith with the master. That's all. Once you have faith, anything is taken care. That is the kind of faith which you should have. Okay. The master has come only for that purpose. What for he has come? He has come only for that purpose. He has not come for any other purpose. His work is all that. I don't call it job, I call it work. He has to work and he works for that. And Lord is gracious enough to give him that intelligence to handle matters the way it has to be handled. That is Lord's daya, grace, mercy. Otherwise, we cannot also exist. It is purely His grace we are existing today. So, this all happens because of the faith, nothing else. When you go to bed every day, at night, you know very well next day morning sun will come. That is the faith you have, is it not? Nobody told you, it is installed. Inside you it is already instilled. You know very well. Suppose somebody says that today is the last day for Surya, everybody sees it, then what happens? Everybody will be seeing only Surya, morning to night, because that is the only occasion. Is it not? So, like that, it is always that. The faith with the master finally is the reply for all such things. If you fear, just think of your master. That's all. And please give auto-suggestion to yourself. My master is there with me. That's all. That is more than enough. He will handle it. It is not my problem. It is his problem. It is no longer my problem. It is his problem. Have you understood? So you keep that in mind. That Mahavishwasam must be there at every point of time in your life. If it is there, problems arising out of mind will not exist at all. Further tests by the devil cannot be conducted on you through the mind. That's all. Your heart will function totally. Heart will be at the helm of all of us. And the way you do things will be totally different. Unique, you call. The way we are all unique. Even the things what you do will be very unique. Thank you very much. God bless you all. Nice to have met you today. Some other time, some other day.